10 to noon. 710 WOR, the voice of New York.
An iHeart radio station.
November 6th, 2024 has got to be one of the most spectacular political comebacks I have ever seen. And whether you love him or you hate him, you cannot argue the fact that Donald Trump pulled off one of the most amazing, if not the most amazing, political comeback of all time. Let's get you up to date right now. This just in, they have awarded Michigan to Donald Trump. So that brings him to 292. Again, he got to 270. He already won when once he got I believe it was Wisconsin was the dagger. He got over the 270 hump that he needed to win the presidency. Right now, he's at 292 electoral college votes. He also has close to 72 million votes, opposed to Kamala's 66 million votes. And he is just right now. There is nothing that the Democrats can say about the Electoral College. Oh, he didn't win the popular vote. He's not my president. Oh, no, he's killing the popular vote. And he's doing better than he did 8 years ago when he beat Hillary Clinton. He is just cleaning house right now. Cleaning house. 51.9% of the vote. 61% reporting in Arizona. It looks like he'll grab that one. 51.5% of the vote with 89% reporting in Nevada. They haven't called Arizona and Nevada yet, but it's likely that one's going to Trump as well. Florida was big. 56% of the vote, he got that one. Squeaked out Georgia. Actually did better in Georgia than he did in 2020. Obviously, he lost Georgia, but when he beat Hillary. Michigan, he just won with 49.7% of the vote. North Carolina was a big one that he won. Wisconsin. And to me, the big one is Pennsylvania. And I feel that if the Harris campaign can look back, they will likely say to themselves, we should have really put Shapiro in as the candidate. No matter, and again, I don't know what the issue was with that. People believe that Shapiro would have had more of a little bit of a pro-Israel stance than Kamala and Waltz did, and that would have not aligned with Kamala's philosophy. I think Shapiro was the sharper pick. I thought Shapiro, in the end, would have been the better pick because Pennsylvania and those 19 electoral college votes would have went to Kamala. But, my thing is, even if they didn't, he's winning everything else. So it would have been a little bit closer. But from what we're looking at the map right now and real time, as we just said, Nevada and Arizona, they're pretty much close to being done. But those are all going in favor of Trump. And he's going to get 2 more electoral college wins, 2 more states that he's going to pick up. And he's flipped a lot of them. He has flipped a lot of them. And John Fetterman said this on Joe Rogan's podcast, that the people of Pennsylvania, Trump was tapping into what they were upset about. Trump was tapping into that. The Kamala Harris campaign, really all it was Donald Trump is a fascist, Donald Trump is Hitler, and he's a bad man. and he's going to cause World War III, and he's going to do all this, and he's going to throw all of his enemies in jail. Does Trump talk like an authoritarian at times? I'm not going to lie. Fuck yeah, he does. And I don't like when he does. And again, and that's another thing. And we're going to go through the comments on my Facebook. They are just absolutely incredible. So many butthurt people today, but I have had a history of calling out Donald Trump. I mean, viciously attacking him for stupid things that he has done over the years. It's all on this channel. It's all on this channel. You can look it up where I just go after Trump, call him to task for things that he has done. I am not by any stretch a leader, conductor of a MAGA train. I am not. There are a lot of things Donald Trump does that I don't like. But I think Kamala, as this election got down to the nitty-gritty, it was clear to me that Trump was the better choice. Now, I have voted in the last, I think, 5 presidential elections. I've voted mainly Democrat. Obama twice in 08 and 12. I wrote in Joe Biden in 2016 because I thought Biden should have been the candidate and not Hillary. Although Biden would have been a better shot. Granted, Biden beat Trump in 20. I voted for Trump. I was not happy with the way Trump was doing things. I did think that I wasn't shocked that he lost, but I felt that Biden would have been a disaster. I feel like Biden, 4 years too late, couple of years too late. I thought he was already showing the cognitive signs of just being lost. He did not look sharp at all. Granted, Trump has his days where he looks horrible too, but I just didn't think that Biden was the better candidate at that time than Trump. I didn't think Trump was a good candidate either in 2020. I thought he fumbled the ball on COVID down the stretch. Granted, there was not a lot he could have done. He didn't put the disease on people, but I feel like some of the stuff he said, I could have done without. But I wasn't surprised that he lost. And I was never, one of those, oh my God, they rigged it. Listen, politics is politics. There's going to be stuff happening that we'll never know behind the scenes. And also how many elections far and abroad has this country interfered in? So come on. We're again, I think we're the greatest country on earth, but we're not perfect at all. We've had our sins. But I did Trump at 20. I did not think Biden would be good. Sure enough, he wasn't. So bad where he couldn't even make it to the election. They had to take him out, put in Kamala. And I tell you now, for a split second, I was like, you know what? Show me something, girl. Show me something. And she just didn't. And I'm not going to lie, the Waltz pick, I did like. I've been on record as saying that I liked that pick, and I hated the Vance pick. But as time went on, and especially when they had the debate, I thought J.D. Vance ran circles around Waltz. And you go, oh, well, he was bullshitting. Well, so was Waltz. But who sounded better bullshitting? It was J.D. Vance. And again, not everything he said was a lie. He's a politician. But he looked presidential. Waltz looked unhinged, clueless. And Vance was going on all these podcasts, Theo Von, Rogan, all these other, and just seemed like a down-to-earth, real, normal guy, a relatable guy. That's the thing. He seemed relatable. Waltz didn't. Same with Trump. And Trump is, at times, anything but relatable. Listen, the McDonald's thing, whether that was a photo op or not, fuck yeah, it was, but it worked. He looked great doing it. He had fun with it. He went on Rogan, something that Kamala should have done. We weren't going to get anything of substance out of Trump in an interview. When Trump speaks in a normal interview, he doesn't really give you much substance. He's all over the place. But let's hear Donald Trump, the man, talk. Even when Trump went on Undertaker's podcast, hearing this guy talk wrestling, it was cool. And Trump gave you 3 hours on Rogan. 3 hours. Kamala wouldn't do it. Then when she saw how good it went with Trump, oh, let's do it. By that point, it was too late. Listen, I did think that Kamala would win 4 out of the 5 swing states, and I thought that would give her the presidency. I didn't see this at all from Trump. I did not see this at all. One thing also that I looked at was kind of by the way, so much for the Staten Island Advance endorsement of Trump, because he got about 65% of Staten Islanders that voted for Trump. So yeah, I don't think the advance endorsement meant much. But in New York, this is what stood out to me, is that he's getting better and better with the vote count every single time in New York. In 2016, Hillary beat him 58.8% to 37.5%. And he got 2,640,570,000 votes. Okay. So he didn't even get 27 million votes. Didn't get that. Then he got a little over 3 million in 2020 over Biden. Biden actually, percentage-wise, beat him more than Hillary did. But he got 3,251,997 votes. This time around, in New York, got 44.6% of the vote in New York. 3,338,581 votes. So he's been getting better in New York. And again, all you had to do was look at the Madison Square Garden rally and know that there's a percentage in New York. It's been happening since 2016. We've seen this. Obviously, he lost each time in New York. New York is so blue, and again in the big counties, but he got better with the popular vote every single time. Jersey was the same thing. He only lost Jersey 51.5% to 46.6%, and his tally went up every single time. Every single time. Now, why did this happen? He's a convicted felon. Why did this happen? He's Hitler. Why did this happen? Yes, he's been convicted of these crimes. Listen, is he guilty? I don't know. He may be. And again, he's not exactly the most humble guy in the world. But the Hitler comparisons, they're old. They weren't working for me in 2016. They're definitely not working for me in 2024. But how could you run a woman of color in a party that is all about the minorities? How could you possibly lose to this white racist, this convicted felon, this Hitler lookalike, this Hitler wannabe, this Mussolini? What? This is why. And the Democrats have lost their way. And waking up this morning, the Democrat Party really has to look and say, what the hell have we done to our party where we've lost to Donald Trump twice? Donald Trump, the WWE Hall of Famer, the Apprentice star. We've lost to him twice? Really? And the one time we did beat him, it was A, clouded by controversy, and B, look what happened with the guy that beat him. That was a fucking disaster. And you got this. More worried about putting tampons in bathrooms. Worried more about giving illegals a handout than fighting for our veterans and making sure men don't go into women's sports. Now, they beat the abortion issue home. And again, abortion is something that it's a touchy subject. And I could see both sides. And again, I've had civil discussions with women on abortion. Me personally, I don't think a guy should be making that choice for a woman. I think it's the woman's body. However, you do have that thing. Well, listen, rape, incest, that's one thing. But if you're going steady with someone, God forbid he knocks you up. Yeah, you may not want to have that baby, but shouldn't you talk to the guy about it? It's his seed. But then again, it's your body. It's the woman's body, and that's where it gets tricky. It's not my body. I'm not pushing a human being out of my what. The woman is. So yeah, the woman should have again a lot more say, but I think the man, in some instances, there should be a discussion. But that's neither here or there. They worried about the stupid things. That's why they lost this election. They lost because all they did was bring celebrities out and say Trump is a fascist. Now, granted, Trump on the debate even said, I have fascists have a plan. That's when you know that your party is fucked. When the other guy says on a debate, when they go, well, what's your plan? Well, I have parts of a plan. And you lost to that guy. What does that tell you? That tells you that your party's in deep trouble. Deep trouble. And I think J.D. Vance, I thought, said the right things in his debate with Tim Walz. I thought he took accountability for things. And I'm curious how he is after 4 years. But you know what's telling with Biden and Obama? And Biden was under Obama. Obama's legacy will be remembered for giving us Donald Trump. America was so pissed off after the second Obama term, we got Trump. Biden screwed up his presidency so much that even Kamala couldn't save it. And we got Trump round 2. So always remember, the legacies of Barack Obama and Joe Biden will be that they gave you Donald Trump.